All right, well, let's start off with the Pacific Sat-Rad. Bottom line is here we sit pretty. Very nice today. I mean, high pressure's been in place, going to weaken some. Here's what's coming down the pike right here. A couple areas right there of low pressure. Here's the jet stream really pushing its way down to the south. All that colder air pushing in as well. It's still going to take at least a good 24 to get it here. Tomorrow we'll warm up maybe a little bit more in some areas, maybe not so much in others, but bottom line is we'll stay about where we were today in quite a few areas. And then we'll bring in some wind as well. That'll be the start of our wind. But this colder air is trying to make its way down south, and you know it's going to get here. So it's a change, and once that change gets here by Friday, that's when you'll notice the cold air swing on through. So we start getting a little tickled by the wind tomorrow, and it might get kind of strong too later tomorrow especially. But into Friday, that's when the cold air starts to come in. Now look at the futurecast. We'll stop around 24 or so, 24 hours ahead of time. Nothing big going on except some wind picking up later on tomorrow. But then you go the next 24, go up to about 48, and you get an idea, okay, so computer models really saying that's going to be one of our better chances Friday, and probably to the start of the weekend to get some rain into the picture and some mountain snow. Enough cold air swinging through, that should do it. So Desert Hot Springs today, you were in the 70s, you'll be in the 70s tomorrow. Sounds good to me. 71 Morongo Valley. We might drop temperatures a little bit down for the higher deserts tomorrow, but you know, things look pretty good. Another good day. Probably some blowing dust and sand. That will probably end up ruining the rest of the day for you folks there, but maybe the night. Either way, the bigger stuff comes through for Friday. Really drops us 20 degrees. I know, hard to believe. Overnight lows drop into the 40s. We start to slowly recover by early to the middle of next week, back into the 70s again. But we have a couple of days where, oh, it's a little touch and go and much colder. Gino, Elizabeth.